everyone, and welcome to Pretty Nerdy Adventures. My name is Taylor, and this week we're using our Disneyland Cookbook to recreate the coveted garlic noodles from the Lunar New Year Festival at Disney California Adventure. Along the way, we'll learn about the Year of the Snake, Lunar New Year food traditions, and of course, try the original garlic noodles. So come with us on this Pretty Nerdy Adventure. If we're gonna give cooking this a fair shot, it's only right that we try the original first. So let's head to California Adventure for the Lunar New Year Festival. Honoring the arrival of spring and the beginning of the new year on the lunar solar calendar, the Lunar New Year is widely celebrated in China, South Korea, Vietnam, and other Asian nations. The celebration generally lasts for 15 days, and for many is considered a time to reunite with family and wish for luck, wealth, and prosperity for the year ahead. This year in particular, the Year of the Snake is said to mark a period of transformation, wisdom, and adaptability. The snake is known for its intelligence, strategy, and charm, but it's also a wood element, which brings flexibility and creativity. Together, this combination encourages personal growth, deeper thinking, and thoughtful decision-making. According to the Disneyland Cookbook, noodles represent longevity and happiness at the Lunar New Year Festival. So naturally, the garlic noodles can be found at Longevity Noodle Co. As you can see though, we kinda got there a little late for the booths, but that's okay, because the garlic noodles are also available just across the way at Sonoma Terrace. We are here at Disney California Adventure with our official Lunar New Year garlic noodles. Full disclosure, we have tried these in the past, so we're really here just to make sure they taste the same or if they've changed at all, and then we're gonna head back home and try to recreate them with our official Disneyland Cookbook.
This is when all those noodles fall out of it.
Oh, don't say that. Forks. They did give us chopsticks, full disclosure, but...
They're slippery noodles. I could do it, but it's just a chore.
One thing I want to note, the last time we tried to make this recipe, I had to slice the garlic. The recipe says to slice the garlic. I don't see any slices of garlic here. Oh, that was bad. Cheers.
Just like I remembered.
They're always so good. It seems like such a basic recipe, but they really hit the spot in the right way. I will say I feel like it's more cheesy this year than when we got it last year, which I'm not mad about.
Making a bit of a mess.
He wants to act like that's the noodles' fault. He would be making a mess if it was any food. So now that we've been refreshed on exactly how this tastes, let's head back home and make it with our Disneyland Cookbook. This is everything you're gonna need to make this happen. As always, I prepped everything ahead of time.
Okay, so the recipe does call for sliced garlic, technically, like super thin sliced garlic, but as I told you, I've made this prior, and having tasted it in the parks, I know that there's no actual sliced garlic in it, so we're mincing it. That just seems right.
Popular legend states more than 4,000 years ago, Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty reasoned that eating long noodles would increase one's lifespan. Emperor Wu believed that there was an association between having a long face and having a long life. However, there was one problem. His face wasn't nearly as long as he had hoped it would be, and since the word for face and the word for noodles sound extremely similar in Chinese, Emperor Wu rationed that eating long noodles would lead him to a long life. While likely more myth than fact, that tale has endured, leading to popular Lunar New Year's dishes like lo mein and, of course, the garlic noodles. Of course, before we get cooking, we have to set the mood.
What movie are you watching this time?
You'll see.
Mulan.
How'd you know? How did you do that?
Well, the other option is Kung Fu Panda.
That's not a Disney movie.
I know.
The last time I did this, I watched Turning Red. Okay, so this recipe, upon first glance, is super simple. There's only 3 steps, and the first one is to just cook the noodles according to the instructions on the package. It's like regular pasta. Boil water, add the pasta, cook until al dente.
Who's al dente?
You see what I live with? And now we wait for the water to boil. I will never pass for a perfect bride, though I try. Yes, Binks. Yes. All right, reflection just finished and our water is officially boiled. So now we're gonna add the noodles. We're gonna let them cook for about 6 minutes is what the package says. I know it's like bad to break the pasta. Usually I do that though, so it fits in my pot. But this whole holiday is about longevity with your noodles, so I feel like I can't do that. But honestly, they kind of just plopped down into the water super fast anyway, as I was telling you that, so. Noodles in the pot. Now that our noodles are cooked, we are going to melt the butter in a pan large enough to saute the noodles in. Our butter is melting. Once all the bubblies have ceased bubbling, I'm gonna add the garlic in. The bubbling has stopped. Let's throw this in. Now make sure you lower the flame when you add the garlic. It says to cook it on the lowest heat for about 8 minutes or until it's golden. I don't think it's going to be 8 minutes if I'm being honest. But I'll let you know. It is 7:46 now. So it's looking pretty golden brown to me. It's been 3 minutes. So I think I'm gonna add the noodles in. Here is our garlicky noodle mixture. The only other steps left are to add the Parmesan, salt, pepper, and Maggi seasoning and toss it all together. It smells so good, and it definitely looks much more akin to the one in the park this time than it did the last time I made it. So let's give it a try.
It looks so good.
I think it looks much more like the one at the park this time than last time.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't use angel hair.
Yes, that is true. The last time we did this, we used angel hair pasta. So this time we got real Chinese long noodles from an Asian market, and we're gonna see if that makes a difference.
It's so good.
It is really good, but I am gonna note that I think Disneyland uses regular pasta. I think the one that we made last year, even though it had the sliced garlic and not the minced garlic, I think because we used the regular angel hair pasta that you can find in like a normal grocery store, I think that tasted slightly more like the one in the park.
Conspiracies.
Regardless, it's still phenomenal, and we're definitely gonna eat it.
Oh yeah.
And there you have it. It's easy to see why this dish is such a hit at the Lunar New Year Festival year after year. It's simple yet flavorful. And while I don't think eating them will necessarily make up for my rather short face, I do appreciate the optimism behind the tradition of longevity noodles. So thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see where the next adventure takes us, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Click that little bell to turn on notifications, and as always, part of the journey is the end. We'll be back next time for another pretty nerdy adventure.